Come. We have been out here for about 10 minutes now. Hey, Kona, come here. And so we've introduced Kona to this very nice young pit mix named Hugo, who we know is good with other dogs. Come.
Come.
But of course it took about 10 minutes of this, and we started from farther away, moved closer and closer. And you definitely want to intro Kona gradually and not get close until she's calm. And then you move a little closer and a little closer and a little closer. If you were able to do this a lot, and doing with dogs that are also okay and not hyper and not leash aggressive, of course. Every dog that you did this with, it would take less and less time to do this. So 10 minutes later would be 5 and 2 and 3 and whatever, because she'd get used to meeting dogs like this, and then you can move to the next step, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go into the yard and hang out and try to get them a little bit closer, maybe drop the leashes and see if on her first day here, if we can get her playing with this dog. And then once we get her playing with this dog, if you bring her back, we can do the same thing with different dogs and end up playing in the yard, and you can have little film clips of her playing with 2, 3, or 4 different dogs. Come. Let's go in the yard now. Good. So we're in the yard now. We just came in here, and what I'm doing is I'm having Kona do her stuff in the presence of another dog. I'm making sure that Kona is to the side of the other dog. Can you catch everything here? Get him to come over here, and not over here, but Darian, like have him right here so that the camera can see. See how Kona is right here? The dog's running past her, walking past. Hey, look up here. She's not that interested in food. No. And of course I didn't tell her down yet. But I'm just having her focus and have self-control by using the training in the presence of this other dog, which calms her down, also creates that, don't have him get that close, so stay over like that line, okay? And gives her the proper message that there's somebody else in charge here, and that she's not allowed to do something crazy and run around, pull on the leash, or get aggressive like she maybe would have otherwise. So we just took this was to get to this point, maybe 15 minutes. And we started out in the street, as you saw in the other video. And down, just doing some other stuff with her. And I'm gonna have Darian, after Hugo finishes his drink, I'm gonna have Darian walk Hugo back and forth a little bit more. And then when she looks back at me, good girl. See, I'm doing that exercise that I showed you where I'm on the other side of that distraction, so she has to look away from the distraction, whatever it is. In this case, it's another dog. Look back at me. Good. Get rewarded. It's a behavior pattern that we are developing in her to where she looks away, purposely, by her own choice, looks away from those things that used to overstimulate her. So she's choosing, literally she's choosing to turn away from something she used to be obsessed with, and choosing to pay attention to the person that's holding the leash and getting paid for it. That's everything. And all you have to do is continue doing this and practicing this. Every day that you do this, she gets a little bit better. There's no way that a dog doesn't change over the coming weeks and months if you do this every day in different situations, the way that you see me doing it in the video. Good. So just about 5 minutes of this stuff, and now we're gonna see if we can have them just hang out together without holding on to the leashes. And now we have the next level of this, which is to let them be free and just hang out. Of course, they're very excited. It's been just about 20 or 30 seconds into this, and Hugo's definitely a bulletproof dog. I've had him with a lot of dogs that were obnoxious with other dogs, but they got along with him. So I know that using this as the first dog with Kona is going to be pretty safe. And I still leave the leashes on at first just to make sure that I can, you know, if I have to jump in, I can pull them apart easier. And also, since both dogs have training, I'm going to attempt this. Come! Hugo will come, and Kona will come as well. Look, although you have to do this, you want to do that exercise when they're hungry. Kona's not hungry. So if you guys bring her next time, make sure that you skip a meal before you bring her. Don't feed her in the morning so that I can control her even better. Hugo may or may not, has he been fed yet today? He has been fed, but see, we practice that a lot with Hugo, so the food thing you don't have to worry about later on if you do it right in the first place. So Hugo, obviously, he came to me right away even though he's not hungry. And that's what you get when you practice it the right way for a while. So, you know, let him play for a few minutes and then call him away and have him come. And the next time I do that, I'll do it a little bit differently. Do some extra stuff. Come! Here comes Hugo. Kona's only coming towards me because she's following Hugo. I'm stepping into them, gonna have them sit. If there's just one person, just do this. But calling them away out of play and then having them sit, stepping away. You know, it's not gonna be perfect if you have two dogs. So just try doing this and walking to different places. Even if you just get this for 15, 20 seconds, then you can release them. Go, play some more. Go, you're free. Great practice to do, especially when you have a dog or two dogs that formerly weren't great with other dogs or are starting to develop a problem with other dogs. Let them play and then use their training and go back and forth like that. So Kona's got her first friend on day one. Here's Kona and her new best friend, Hugo, after they've been playing for about 45 minutes. And they were doing so well, we took the collars off and the leashes and the collars because they're doing really well, although they're being supervised. Right here, supervised. We're watching them. Hey guys, are you having a good time in the car? Are you having a good time? That's good.